Welcome, junior detectives, to the season finale of Crime City, a monthly stage show in the style of old-time radio, recorded live at the Theatre on King in Peterborough, Ontario, Canada. This month's episode, The Red Herring, starring Mike Judson, Marsala Lukianchuk, Kenn Gibb, Dan Smith, Adam Martignetti, Mélanie Dubois, Hannah Bailey, and Meg O'Sullivan. With live sound effects by Melissa Post and original music by Adam Martignetti. Crime City is written and produced by Andrew Root. Gather your family around the wireless set, sit comfortably, and it's on with the show.
Greetings, junior detectives. Shine your badge, put on your trench coat, and grab your magnifying glass. It's time to set your radios dial to intrigue for this, the season finale of Crime City, brought to you by Mother's Helping Hand, television, and the grandmas of America. Crime City, home to the fiends, scoundrels, and ne'er-do-wells of the world. A cesspool of illegality. Honest citizens fear to walk the streets after dark. But one man stands against crime in Crime City, honor-bound to serve justice and protect the innocent. Our hero, Victor Marshall, Chief of Police.
Victor Marshall, at your service.
Tasked with commanding the corrupt police force, Victor Marshall, with the help of his boy's sidekick,
Bramble, Adventure Scout, First Class.
You're not my sidekick.
Saving the world with scouting.
God damn it.
And his trusted colleague, former secret agent turned private detective, Lillian Steele.
Hello.
Aim to clean up crime in Crime City. What nefarious foes will our heroes face in the quest to uphold the law? Find out in tonight's breathtaking installment, The Red Herring. Consider the humble camel, junior detectives. Mighty load-bearing beast of the sand-swept desert plains. To think that this tawny-hump dune jockey, this cargo ship of the Sahara, this Hercules of Hell's Valley, this prehensile lip Quasimodo could be waylaid by a single straw. That's right. Although the camels be back with strength and fortitude, push those limits even an inch in the wrong direction and catastrophe. And that be a lesson, junior detectives. You don't want to be on the bad side of a camel chiropractor. Those guys mean business. They'll fix your camel's back, but they'll also break your legs. And don't get me started on how rude the secretaries are.
Hey, narrator. Are you in some kind of trouble?
Who? Me? No. I haven't been experimenting on load-bearing dromedaries. I don't owe thousands to camel chiropractors. All right, you got me. I've been running tests to see how many straws it would take to break a camel's back. And now I need cash quick, or Dr. Two Humps is going to hobble me. Which is why I want to take this opportunity to interest you, the listener, in my Narrate It Yourself at Home Radio Announcers Kit, where you can learn the tricks of the trade and become a narrator, just like me. Description, pacing, thematic tie-ins, which was what I was just getting at when I was so rudely interrupted.
Well, what do camels have to do
I'm
with
glad you
this?
asked. Well, you see, bearing the load that is the office of the Chief of Police of Crime City is a delicate balance. Take on too much, and the weight of responsibility may be your ruin. Oh, noble camel that is Victor Marshall, Chief of Police. For the improvement of the city comes at the peril of his work-life balance, not to mention his sleep cycle. Will this episode be the final straw? And tantalizing the listener with extended metaphors like this is just one of many tips and tricks you'll find in my Narrate It Yourself at Home Radio Announcers Kit, available for sale now.
Okay, just get on with
And
the
now
show.
on with the show. Got there first. Still top dog in the narrating game. And don't you forget it when you're signing those paychecks. As I was saying, Victor Marshall, just like the proverbial camel, is bearing quite a load. With record numbers of arrests, convictions, and community betterment schemes, crime in Crime City is an all-time low. 98%.
Crime's been 98% eradicated. I'm doing a better job than I thought.
Oh, my, no. 98% means that only 98% of the population has reported a crime in the last 3 months. Down 2% from last quarter. Congratulations.
Oh, brother.
But with this workload comes a kind of crazed euphoria. A meager drop of victory's sweet ambrosia has whetted the appetite of our hero, and he wants more. Working tirelessly night and day and night, evenings, weekends, holidays. But when will the penny drop? What will be the final straw that finally breaks the police chief's back? Is Victor Marshall headed for catastrophe? Listen and find out. We join our heroes in the offices of Victor Marshall.
Well, gang, we've done some great work, and, what are you still doing here?
Oh, just thought I'd put in some overtime. Victor's office smelled of sweat and desperation.
All right, get out of here.
See you at the commercial break, capitalists.
Weirdo. Anyway, as I was saying, we've done some great work here in Crime City.
3 cheers.
No, don't.
Rah, rah, sis boom bah. Cut through crime like a chainsaw. We don't care if you're bourgeois, because we're the long arm of the law.
Okay, that's very good. Can we move on?
Well, no, that was only verse 1 of 4, and I have to do the whole thing 3 times, or it's not 3 cheers.
Skip it. We have a lot of work to do. Look at these case files. A gang of geriatric thieves called the Bandicoots. A bunch of workers running an illegal casino out of the hospital, a.k.a. the Nurse Sharks. And let's not forget about those louses who are forcing the dancers at the Gentlemen's Club to stomp grapes for their bootleg wine. The blue-footed boobies. I assigned these cases to you a week ago. Where are my arrests? Lillian, wake up.
Huh? Oh, I was just dreaming about Jane Mansfield.
Don't sleep through my briefings.
Well, excuse me. I've been working a lot of overtime, thank you very much. A girl needs her ugly sleep.
But I thought it was beauty sleep.
No, beauty sleep's all well and good. But I'm talking about the good, deep blankets thrown into knots, drool on your pillow, window-rattling snores, hair matted almost beyond saving kind of unconsciousness that really restores a person. I haven't had a good ugly sleep in months, thanks to you.
Yeah? I think the well-being of the citizens of this city is a little more important than your 8 hours. Look at me. I've trained myself to sleep in 10-second spurts throughout the day to save time.
Mr. Marshall, that kind of sleep schedule violates the terms of the Geneva Convention. You're war criming yourself.
It's fine, kid. So I black out every so often in the middle of sentences. So what? There's lots of benefits. The most important thing is that crime stats across the board are going down. And look at this. A citizen wrote us a thank you letter. Dear Chief Marshal and all the members of the Crime City Police Department, I was so... And I've finally organized my file cabinets at home. Who knows? Maybe this year I'll even file my own taxes on time. The apartment is easier to clean since nothing's out of place, and I never have to make the bed. But honestly, I was thinking about... I've been listening to a lot more jazz lately, and I think I'm starting to really understand it. At first, it sounds like a lot of noise, but that's just because I wasn't willing to engage it on its own level. You know what I mean? Now I'm building a great collection of EPs, and when you have a minute, I want to play you a few. There's this great one that... worried when I heard about a gang roaming the streets stealing the coins out of people's pockets. Never paper money, just coins. I suppose that's why they're calling themselves the No-Nonsense Gang. But of course, I mean... I'm selling my apartment and just moving my things here to the office. I've got this new plant. I think it's a fern of some sort. I don't know. And then I have to water it regularly or the leaves are turning yellow. By Jerry Mulligan. And it's a quartet. It goes like this. Ba-da-da-bap, a booby-doo-doo, ski-wa-da-doo-bap, ba-dee-dap-dap. And then he takes the bass line for a walk, and the drums come in, and it's just wow. Really opened my eyes. You know what I mean? It's... carrying only what, money puts risk in it for attack for the Bilford boys. What was I to do? It wasn't long ago that the idea of turning to the authorities was utterly laughable in Crime City, but a new day has dawned. Thank you for making it safe for citizens like me to carry whatever denomination of currency they choose. That's the American way. Oh, do you know, there's not as much time as it wastes to go home twice a day to water a plant? It's just too much time, that's how much. So I was thinking, if I bring the fern here, that's so much time saved. Also, if I followed that line of thinking, I could do it with my toothbrush and my bed and my clothes. And I think it's one of the best decisions I've ever made. Skibbity bip bop a dooby dop skib bop baby dop dooby bop snap. Oh, God bless you and your police force. See? We're making a difference. And people are taking notice. I've had telegrams from the mayors of 7 other major cities asking for consultations. And even one from the FBI. How about that? Why are you looking at me like that?
Well, you've clearly got this all figured out. No risk of psychosis whatsoever.
Here, this is what my parents say to me when I need to take a nap. Someone is a grumpy boy, and that's better let us...
Stop that!
No, he has a point, Victor. Someone is a grumpy boy.
No, knock it off. I'm fine. And we all have work to do.
Oh,
Victor, I want a vacation.
Crime doesn't take a vacation, Lillian, so you can't either.
well, can't you delegate some of these cases to other officers? That's what we do in the Adventure Scouts when our workload gets too heavy. I know it's how I earned my Delegation Nation Merit Badge.
No offense, kid, but we're not following the Adventure Scout business model for kids around here.
You say no offense, but then the thing you said was actually very easy to take offense to, so I'm feeling a little mixed up here.
Okay, criminy, kid. I'm sorry, all right?
Okay, what's really going on here, Victor?
Is it that obvious?
Yes, it's incredibly obvious. It's always incredibly obvious with you. You're as easy to read as a young adult novel. And just as moody and annoying. So let's just cut to the chase. You tell us why you're in such a foul mood. We'll make you feel better, then we'll all go on vacation. Spritzer? Huh? Spritzer? Spritzers, anyone?
No spritzers. No vacations. Look, the fact of the matter is I can't do my job without you. I can't solve crimes without you two.
What are you talking about? Of course you can. You are the chief of police.
You don't get to be the chief of police without being able to solve crimes. That's the first thing that they'd ask you in the interview.
Yes, President. Let's see, Victor Marshall, is it? One question, Vic. Can you solve crimes?
Yeah, thanks for seeing me for this job interview. The answer to your question is yes. Matter of fact, I can solve crime.
Oh, swell. Then can we get you a cup of coffee for your first day?
Sure can. Hey, I'll take this office over here.
Well, take anyone you want. You're the boss now because you can solve crimes. That about how it went, Vic, huh?
Is that about how it went, Vic?
All right, knock it off. I'm rusty. I lean on you two for everything. Haven't solved a case on my own in years. If you two go on vacation, I don't know if I can hold this place together.
So I can't go to Bora Bora and swim with the hula dancers because you're having a crisis of self-confidence. Those tickets are non-refundable, Victor.
Aw, you were gonna go swim at the majestic Bora Bora and hula dancers? Lucky.
Yeah, well, I'll make it up to you. I'm sorry, but you can't go. That's final.
Okay, fine. But I hope you didn't need this waste paper basket.
And my trash can!
You're the trash can!
Wait, who's that at the door?
Ignore it. I'm not done smashing things yet.
It's the meeting I called you here for. Put that down!
Fine. Gah!
Oh, that's not what I meant. Just calm down. The head of the Coast Guard is right outside.
The Coast Guard? Well, what's he doing here? We're landlocked.
There hasn't been any free-running water in Crime City since those bootleggers diverted Crime Creek into their bathtub gin factory. What do we want with the Coast Guard?
Look, I told you, we're being consulted by different law enforcement agencies. This is one of them. I'm gonna let him in now, okay? Just promise you're gonna take it easy.
Fine, all right, we'll take it.
Let me hear you say it.
We promise.
Thank you. Come in.
Coming aboard!
Snipes! It's a pirate!
Kenn! Don't be rude.
Well, only pirates have peg legs, and he's got a peg leg, ipso frickin' facto.
And a keen ear, my boy. I can hear the sneeze of a snufflefish from 100 yards on a windy day. And mind your manners. I lost this leg in the service to our beautiful coastlines, and I don't regret a single toe.
Victor, who is this charmingly salty gentleman? He smells like low tide.
I heard that.
Lillian. Brad. May I introduce Captain Gabriel Smoggett? He's the head of the Crime City Coast Guard.
Well, whoop-de-frickin-do. I'm Lillian Steele.
Brad Bramble, here against my will, thinking of contact child labor lawyer.
Pipe down, kid. Captain Smoggett is here to consult with us on how we lowered our crime rate. This is a big deal, so be polite.
Sorry, Victor.
So, Captain Smoggett, spending so much time on boats, you must really love the ocean.
Pah! The ocean? Don't speak that harlot's name to me. The ocean, pah! It's full of monsters, you know.
Monsters?
Oh, yes, me lad. Next time you think of dipping your toes in the waves, you just think on that. The goblin shark, the devilfish, the deadly octopus, Vampirotethus infernalis.
What's that?
Picture a carnivorous blanket with hundreds of razor-sharp teeth and a single glowing eye, and you'll have a pretty good idea. It'll snare and devour its prey like a tornado of blood and terror. There's a reason they call it the vampire squid from hell.
Is that real?
Oh, don't you doubt it, my lad. But even the Vampirotethus infernalis can't hold a candle to the deadliest part of the ocean. The water itself! Poisonous to drink, prone to swells that can bury entire cities, always influenced by the whims of the moon. Sure as Polaris is north, I hate the sea and everything in it.
Well, if you hate the ocean so much, why don't you find a different line of work?
Well, someone's got to protect our precious coast from that oceanic terror.
The coasts? Are you saying that the Coast Guard literally guards the coast from the ocean?
Oh, what I wouldn't give to be in a land-based law enforcement. Incidentally, Chief Marshal, if you ever wanted to switch places, there's a salty sand dollar in it for you.
No thanks.
Blast it! You don't know what years of close proximity to the raging ocean does to a man. Not to mention our precious coasts. Have you heard of the English Channel?
Yes.
Wasn't too long ago there was a solid mass of land between England and France. But then the ocean came chomping its greedy way through and bam! Now we got that dumb song about bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover. It's not a good song, just catchy. There's a difference. Why are you all looking at me like that?
I think we're all under the impression that the Coast Guard patrolled the coastline and helped people in boats, not fighting the ocean.
Lord knows I've tried to stop many a foolhardy from venturing out into the watery wilderness on their flimsy wooden boats. But if I can't stop them from going out, I can at least stand fast here on terra firma, ever watchful against the sea and all her terrors.
Seems like the more that we dig into this character psychology, the less we find.
Hey, I heard that.
Look, down to business. Captain, how can the Crime City Police Department help the Coast Guard?
Oh, you must be the one moving the plot along. All right, Police Chief Marshal. It's like this. Someone is wrecking ships on the rocky coast. Massive cargo ships, overturned and sunk. We trained the helmsman to avoid the rocks. Nothing. We installed lighthouses. Nothing. We trained seabirds to sing a catchy jingle about the dangers of steering too close to the cliffs. Nothing.
And how does that jingle go?
No time! Ship after ship smashes into the rocky cliffs. Damage that would take erosion decades, done in seconds. At this rate, the entire cliff face will be seized by Neptune's salty grasp and dragged down to Atlantis.
We want to help, Captain Smoggett. All of us.
Yeah, sure do. That'd be great.
But
Love to.
I'm not sure how we'd be of service. This doesn't seem like a police matter.
Ah, but there's a suspicious and possibly criminal element to all this. You see, after all my fail-safes failed, I began requiring constant radio contact from all the ships that cross my jurisdiction. I recorded those radio calls, and I present them here for your inspection, Inspector. Listen to this.
Is that singing?
And listen to this 2 nights later. And this, not a week after that. What do you think about that? Well, hop to it.
Hop to what?
You said you wanted to help, Chief Marshal. Someone is singing on those tapes. More than one someone. Now let me ask you this. What half-human monstrosity lives in the ocean and lures sailors with their siren song to dash their ships upon the rocks?
Oh, come on.
You can't mean...
I can! The ones responsible for declaring war upon my beloved coastline are none other than...
Mermaids! Of course!
Kid?
Read the badge.
Aquatic Mythology Merit Badge. Huh. What do you know?
It all adds up. The mysterious singing, the distracted sailors, the wrecked ships upon the rocks. It all fits. This is textbook mermaid.
Kid, I really don't think...
Hey, hold on just a moment. Could you play that tape back? I think I heard something else on the recording.
Of course.
Okay, now this time, turn down the bass and the treble all the way, and pump up the mids.
What is that?
Shh, listen. It's faint. But it's there. It's counting. Someone's counting to 4.
Well, what does it mean? Is there another mermaid who's doing math in the background? A mathematician.
Well, we'd have to investigate to be sure.
So you'll take the case?
They certainly will. Lillian, she is my top detective.
Okay, Victor, I told you I want a vacation.
And Brad here is an expert on mermaids. Since you're not willing to rule that out,
Certainly not.
then it's decided.
Victor, we talked about this. Why can't you just take the case yourself?
Because, Lil, it's like I said, I'm rusty. You heard the mysterious voice counting on the tape, and Brad here has lots to say about mermaids, which I guess isn't any weirder than mind-controlled monkeys or a detective with a robotic arm.
It shoots lasers. It's very cool.
Or any of the other cases we've dealt with. Point is, what am I bringing to the table?
Oh, Victor.
Oh, you've got to believe in yourself.
No, I think you two better handle this. I'll stay here and, I don't know, catch up on paperwork. I'd only slow you down.
We don't have time to slow things down. I've got 3 ships passing those cliffs tonight, and I want those mermaids and cuffs brought to land justice. And I want it now. What do we want? Land justice. When do we want it? Now! What do we... Oh, okay, guys. Letting someone's brilliant chant just hang in the air like that is humiliating. Come on.
We'll talk about your vacation when you get back. Until then, you're going to the seaside.
A catastrophe of confidence at the highest levels of the police force? Mysterious singing mermaids masking mysterious counting mathematicians? A camo chiropractor who will not be denied his due payment? One of these scenarios is certainly much more pressing than the others and could result in the broken legs of a beloved descriptive character. Woe is me! Or it will be if you good people don't pony up and help me pay off this debt. I'm telling you, these narrate-it-yourself-at-home radio announcers kids are a deal at any price. Incidentally, the price has $750 each. Any takers? No? Boy, you people are just as cheap as Cheerful Charlie's Chewy Chalky Cheese. And just like Cheerful Charlie's Chewy Chalky Cheese, you've got no taste. Good luck, legitimate advertisers. You can't make anyone buy anything these days. We're back to our mermaid story or whatever after these messages.
How often has this happened to you?
But I don't want to eat my cereal. I want to play with my dolly. What did I tell you? No dolls at the table. Come on, sweetheart, just a few bites. I hate this dumb old oatmeal, and my dolly hates it too. Now, it's good for you. And this oatmeal is different. Different? That's right. This oatmeal is maple flavored. Maple flavored? That's right. From the heart of the maple tree. A touch of nature's goodness in every spoonful. Oh, won't you try it? No, never. I'm not eating any dumb old tree juice, and I hate you. Oh, boy. What am I going to do?
Sounds like you could use Mother's helping hand.
Oh, what's that? A different kind of breakfast cereal? Maybe one with raw cane sugar or marshmallow bits? Oh, God, I don't know how I'm going to make her eat.
What? No, Mother's helping hand isn't a breakfast cereal.
Then what is it?
It's parenting classes for you, you spineless jellyfish. Just look at the effect that these classes can have on a person's self-confidence and natural authority. Say there, wouldn't you like to eat your oatmeal?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. I guess that means that I'm going to have to set your dolly on fire.
What?
Unless you eat every spoonful of that bland, disgusting oatmeal.
Hey, come on.
I'm going to set your dolly on fire.
I'll eat it.
There. You see, Mother's Helping Hand parenting classes did the trick.
I love you, sweetheart. I'm not sure I believe you, but I'll do as you say. Good enough.
Mother's Helping Hand. Let them know you'll follow through on your threats.
Friends, it's a new day in the world of entertainment.
That's right, friends. Hi, I'm Crime City actress Marsala Lukianchuk.
And I'm Crime City actor Kenneth Galbraith Gibb III.
And what a development we've got for you today. Hey, say, Ken.
Yeah, Marcy?
What if I told you that you could have the thrill and spectacle of live theater while still being able to loudly complain if you don't like how the characters are acting?
Oh gosh, that'd be a dream come true. People hate it when I yell advice to the actors on stage, even though I am usually right.
Well, shine off your dreams because the future is now. Television.
Television? How does it work?
Why? It's like listening to the radio and going to the theater at the same time.
I'm cautious. Sometimes when I go to the theater, I don't like the show that they're doing, but no matter how much I yell and complain, they refuse to stop the show and do something different.
Well, you won't have that problem with new television. If you don't like what they're showing, just change the channel. Dozens of programs to choose from.
I like that. Now I won't have to use my imagination at all, will I?
Not even for a second. The television will show you pictures of exactly what's happening.
Gosh, it almost sounds like television will make radio and theater obsolete.
It certainly appears that way.
And then programs like Crime City will be over forever.
You know, on second thought, don't watch television.
Yeah, no need for it. Radio and theater are and will always be profitable art forms.
Good business and great entertainment. For Crime City, I'm Marsala Lukianchuk.
And I'm Kenneth Galbraith Gibb III, saying, don't watch television.
Welcome back, junior detectives. 2 days have gone by since our hero, Victor Marshall, sent his top crime fighters, Lillian Steele and Brad Bramble, to the rocky ocean coast just outside of Crime City. Without word from either of them, Victor begins to worry.
Where could they be?
And his secretary, Mrs. Wiggins, is not exactly a source of comfort.
Where could who be?
Lillian and Brad, my friends.
Friends, you. Fat chance. Friends. What an imagination.
Where are those guys? I can't take any more of this.
Bet you wish you had the omniscient powers of a radio announcer, don't you, Marshall? That's right. I know everything that's going to happen in this episode. As for instance, you're going to stub your toe in a couple of scenes, and boy, will it smart. Of course, I could let you know where and when that'll occur for a mere $25. Or you could buy my Narrate Yourself at Home radio announcer kit and learn these secrets yourself.
How much?
Asking price is 750 bones, but for a friend like you, Vic, I'll be willing to go as low as 735.
Get out of here.
You'll regret this. Mark my words.
It's not like Lillian or Brad, to be out of contact for this long.
Who?
Lillian and Brad. You must remember them. They're here all the time.
Oh, your wife and son.
What? No, I'm not married.
I didn't ask about your personal life.
I'm just telling you who I'm talking about.
You need to stop shouting at me.
I'm not. Look, just calmly work on processing some of these case files until they report back.
What on earth are you talking about? Case files?
The records of all the cases. These things right here. All these folders and paper.
You mean the to-be shredded piles?
You're not shredding these, are you? These are legal documents. What are you doing? Are you mixing a drink?
I'm allowed.
I can tell you with 100% certainty that you're not allowed to drink at work.
You should read the union contract sometimes. Besides, it's past 9:30 in the morning, so what's the harm? Only Jesus can judge me, and we're pretty tight.
Maybe you should just take the rest of the day off.
Maybe you should have good ideas like that before I come in to save me the commute. See ya, boss. By the way, there's a pirate in the waiting room.
A pirate? Wait, do you mean Captain Smoggett, the head of the Coast Guard?
I didn't ask him his name.
It's your job to ask visitors' names.
Well, you just gave me the day off, so whose fault is that? I'll leave the door open on my way out. Bye!
Captain Smoggett, sorry to keep you waiting.
If that scurvy secretary were in my department, I'd have made her walk the plank. It's easier than people think, you know.
I'll take it under advisement. So, how's the investigation going? It's been a few days. I haven't heard from either Lillian or Brad.
I'll be plain.
Okay.
It's bad. It's real bad.
What are you saying?
They've disappeared.
Disappeared? How?
If I'd known that you were going to take it all like this, I wouldn't have told you at all.
What? No, it's better that you told me, obviously.
Really? Because you're being a real dramatic Deborah over there.
Just tell me what happened.
I don't take any chances. So I had them maintain radio contact with the entire time that they were on the case. And I recorded everything. Here, let me play back their final report.
Testing. Is it switched on?
There they are. They're just about to go up and investigate a report of strange noises by the cliff.
Okay, let's go. Oh, geez, it sure is chilly here by the seaside. Not my idea of a vacation. I wanted to go somewhere hot and read books under the shade of a rum cocktail tree. Look! Seabirds! You know, in certain cultures, they say that the cry of a seabird means mermaids are nearby. Don't be ridiculous, Brad. There are no mermaids. We're just here to catch whoever is sinking those ships. My money is on some kind of directional mind control ray, but I guess we won't really know until we get a bit really... Wait, do you hear that? I think so. Those darn waves are so loud. We'll have to get closer. It's the sounds from the tape. Let's go check it out.
As you can see, they just plain disappeared.
Well, maybe the tape just ran out.
Their voices are the only thing that cut out. You heard the waves, and that odd song and counting kept going after they disappeared. In the morning, I found their radio receivers out on the cliffs, but they were nowhere to be found.
This is terrible.
And all 3 ships crashed and sank. Thanks for asking. Come all this way, and he doesn't even ask about my interests.
What am I going to do? They wouldn't have been on this case if it hadn't been for me. I should have let them go on vacation. I guess I have no choice. I'm going to have to go look for them myself.
Disappeared detectives? Boy, oh boy, after languorous, some would say self-indulgent first act, this second act really kicked the drama into high gear. Well, I won't dilute the tension by talking about my Narrate Yourself at Home radio announcer kit. Until the commercial break, that is. That's right. I threatened the grandmas of America and they gave up their ad slot to me. So sit back and enjoy the most important commercial break of my life. We'll be right back. Hello, friends. It's me, the narrator of Crime City. Who's your favorite character on this show? That's right, it's me. And I've got good news for you. Now you can learn the ancient art of narration in the comfort of your very own home. No need to move to Paris to study the prestigious L'École du Description. Now with my Narrate Yourself at Home radio announcer kit. It'll show you how easy it can be. I'm going to pick a random member of our studio now to demonstrate. You there. What's your name? Lindsay. Not anymore. It's Narrator. That's all that's ever going to happen and appear in your scripts. Now I'm going to show you a simple everyday apple. Go ahead. Describe it into the microphone.
It's an apple. It's red.
Has a stem. Looks.
No, that was terrible. How does it make you feel? I would have said trepidatious, with a hint of melancholy, suggesting a lost innocence. That's okay. It's your first try. Now, foreshadow the apple. We'll wait. Terrible, just awful. No worries. Some of us just weren't cut up for narration. Maybe you're more of a stunt gal. All right, go and sit down, Jiggles. All right. Well, despite that disastrous example, the narrate-it-yourself-at-home radio announcer's kit really works. You'll be describing till the cows come home. And then, when the cows get home, you'll describe them. Oh, the money will come rolling in, I assure you. Which is why this is such a value investment at only $795 per kit. To purchase, simply join me in the alley out back. And now, back to the show. Welcome back, Junior Detectives. We take you now to the rocky cliffs on the coastline near Crime City. Just listen to those crashing waves and seabirds calling. Our hero, Victor Marshall, attempts to track down the whereabouts of his missing colleagues, Lillian Steele and Bramble.
Where could they be?
He searches the beaches, he searches the docks, but to no avail. Hours pass and nary a footprint or an errant merit badge can be found up and down the miles of the coastline. As darkness falls, Victor must break for sustenance. He decides to break as fast as the only inn nearby, a ramshackle little hut called the Red Herring. But Victor soon finds out that hospitality is not always a hallmark of the hospitality industry. Let's listen in at the inn, shall we?
Well, it seems like as good a place as any to get a meal. Kind of dusty, though. Well, a little dust isn't a health code violation. Mouse, on the other hand. Missing friend or no missing friends, a broken law is a broken law. I better have a word with the owner. I'll just knock on the bar here. Hello? Hello? Hello, anyone here?
Hey, quit knocking so loud. You shake all the mice out of the ceiling.
Are you the owner?
Oh, a customer. Come right this way, sir. Petunia Herring, owner and proprietor of the Red Herring. At your service. Can I take your hat?
No, you don't have to.
So much more comfortable without a hat. Please, sit here. I'll get you the menu. You want to hear about the specials? We just whipped up some fresh clam dressing. Very fresh, only 5 days old.
I think we should talk about the mice first.
All of our specials are very nice indeed.
Wait, are you saying nice or mice?
Who can keep track? I should go check on the kitchen. My daughters, June and April, will be with you shortly. April, June, get your stupid butts out here. Customer waiting.
What kind of place is this?
Which one's the customer?
The only one sitting here, moron.
You're the moron idiot.
You're the idiot klutz.
I have a high IQ.
I have a high IQ.
I'll kill you. Ugh. Hi, this is the Red Herring. I'm June.
I'm April. Here. It's a menu. Take it. Take it.
Okay, thanks.
The specials du jour.
Boiled winter vegetable salad with clam dressing.
Seabird fricassee with clam dressing.
Surf and surf with clam dressing.
Surf and surf?
It's a fish with, like, a different fish next to it.
With clam dressing.
I'll start with a glass of water.
Think you can remember that?
I hate you.
Holy moly. The sea air must make people go all loopy around these parts. But it's the only place open for miles. Maybe Lillian and Brad stopped in here. I'll ask when those 2 barmaids come back.
Here, water.
Drink it, then order something.
Then pay.
And leave a tip.
Then leave.
And just why do you want me to leave so quickly? You girls don't have something to hide, do you?
Are you kidding me?
We're not little kids, mister. Are you joking?
Are you playing around?
Are you joking?
Don't you go to restaurants? This is how it works.
Drink the water.
All right, fine. Ugh. What is that? Salt water?
With clam dressing.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding us?
Okay, I was patient and polite, but now I've got some questions I need answering. Get your stupid mom out here.
How dare you? Our mom is not.
June, come on. Our mom's pretty stupid.
Yeah. Mom, come here, idiot.
Idiot? You're the idiot. What do you want?
This guy wants words.
April, this isn't some guy. This is a valued customer, sir. I apologize for my daughter's conduct. They aren't too bright, you see.
He's not gonna buy anything.
Then what crowd do you want, freeloader?
Look, I'm looking for some friends of mine. A woman with a robotic arm and a little kid about 10 years old. Anyone like that come through here in the last few days?
Doesn't sound familiar. Girls?
What are we talking about?
They wasn't listening.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, thanks for all the help, but I think I'll skip dinner and be on my way.
What are you, some kind of freeloader?
Can't believe we wasted the premium water on him.
You gave him premium water?
With clam dressing.
Numbskulls.
I hesitate to ask, but do you know any hotels around here that I can spend the night?
Oh, sir, well, you won't find any such place around here for miles. But the good news is the Red Herring is a bed and breakfast. You're welcome to stay upstairs in one of our set of rooms. The Bed Herring.
The Bed Herring?
Breakfast is provided by our in-house bakery, the Bread Herring.
The Bread Herring. Come on.
And don't forget to sign up for the walking tour of our historical cemetery.
And what's that called?
The Dead Herring.
Yeah, I should have guessed. I'll just take the room, thank you.
Very well. But don't be alarmed by the noises you hear at night.
What do you mean?
The ocean's gust coming through these old floorboards makes for some peculiar sounds, but pay them no mind.
Okay, fine, weirdos.
Perplexed but weary, Victor walked up the stairs that led from the Red Herring to the Bed Herring, a small set of cramped rooms on the second floor of the inn. He chose the room closest to the stairs, and while searching for the light switch,
Ouch!
he stubbed his toe. He stubbed his toe. See? Told you that was going to happen. Not so dubious of the narrator yourself at home radio announcer's kit now, are you, Vic?
Oh, shut up!
Could have avoided the whole thing for the low cost of $745.
I thought it was $735.
Supply and demand, capitalism at its finest.
No, just get to what happens
With
next.
pleasure. His mouth still supple and salty from the premium water with clam dressing. Victor sat on the lumpy mattress, wondering how he'd ever get to sleep, much less find his missing friends. Lost deep in thought, Victor could almost hear the voices of Lillian and Brad speaking to him.
Don't give up, Victor. Follow the clues.
What clues? I got bupkis. No footprints, no witnesses, nothing.
Follow the mermaids.
Oh, come on, kid. There's no such thing as mermaids.
Sailors have been reporting sightings of them for thousands of years.
It's not impossible. Listen.
Just then, a strange sound began to creep in through the walls.
There. Do you hear that?
So I'm supposed to go out chasing some weird singing in the middle of the night by the dangerous cliffs on the 0.01% chance that it's a mythological creatures? Those are the same odds that very attractive woman right there in the front row will stand up, march right over here right now, and plant a big wet one right here on my kisser. Rats. I should have known that wouldn't work. See? Extremely low probability.
Guided by voices, that's how our hero Victor Marshall found himself traversing the cliffs of the Crime City coastline. Is he chasing phantoms or genuine mermaids? And all the while, the haunting tune plays in his ears.
Is it this way? No, it's this way. And wait, what's that?
1, 2, 3, 4.
The counting. Oh, I'm getting closer. And those mermaids, or whoever they are, They better watch out.
Onward raced Victor Marshall, like a camel, unburdened by a single straw. At the very edge of the cliff's face, Victor spies the mouth of a tunnel and a set of stairs.
The voices are coming from down there.
And so, with a grace that surpasses a camel passing through the eye of a needle, Victor...
Okay, hold on a second. Stop the singing. Stop everything.
What's the problem, Victor?
If I buy one of those narrate-it-yourself kits, will you mix up the metaphors a bit?
Boy, will I! These metaphors will be so mixed, it'll be like a blender and a cement mixer gave birth to a rototiller. That rototiller's name? Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Send me the bill. Sorry, everyone. Let's get back to it.
Victor ran like sap in a Canadian spring. Downstairs that winds like a spring in a child's toy. But no one toys with justice. Finally, Victor reached the bottom of the stairs and entered a cavernous subterranean grotto, ready and willing to arrest some mermaids. When?
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, no, stop it, you idiots. June, April, you haven't been practicing.
Mom, there's no time with all the customers at the restaurant.
We only had the one customer, June Jerk.
June jerk is a dumb insult, April. Everybody says.
I'll murder you.
Hold on. Stop right there. The owner of the restaurant? And the waitresses? You aren't mermaids. You're barmaids.
Mermaids? What are you talking about? Come in here after wasting our premium water and interrupt our choir practice? I won't stand for it.
Choir practice?
It's good acoustics down here. Listen. Echo. See?
But you're singing. It's luring ships off the water. They're crashing to the cliffs and sinking.
Crashing ships? Sinking them? And you think we're responsible?
You're darn right I do. At least 3 ships within the last week. That's what my friends were up here investigating, and I'm willing to bet that you've got them locked up in one of those rooms back at the Red Herring.
What are you talking about? You have friends?
Not likely.
Hey, watch it. You're under arrest. You're all under arrest.
But there haven't been any shipwrecks.
Oh, sure. No shipwrecks. Yeah, you'll have to do better than that.
But there haven't. You heard how good the sound quality is in here.
Echo.
See? It's still going.
Don't you think we would have heard 3 enormous ships crashing into the walls?
What would we gain from shipwrecking? We don't have any customers in the restaurant as it is.
There haven't been any shipwrecks.
No.
Ever.
Not since I opened the restaurant 20 years ago.
So, you're not criminal masterminds, and the restaurant isn't your sinister headquarters?
Afraid not. The Red Herring is just the Red Herring.
But then what about the head of the Coast Guard?
The what?
Coast Guard?
We haven't had a Coast Guard take interest in these parts since they installed that lighthouse. And that was before the girls were born.
Are you telling me that the head of the Crime City Coast Guard, Captain Gabriel Smoggett, hasn't been here investigating wrecked ships?
No! Have you ever met Captain Smoggett? He hates the ocean. Tries to work inland as much as he can.
Then, what am I even doing here?
Oh, boy, we've been asking the same question.
We haven't seen your friends. We haven't seen Captain Smoggett. We haven't seen any wrecked ships. Beat it already.
Now, calm down, you idiots. I'm a patient and forgiving woman, Chief Marshal, but enough is enough. You can stay the night, but come morning...
Echo.
Still flying around there, huh? As I was saying, you're welcome to stay the night, but I want you gone in the morning. Understand?
I guess so.
Dejected, deflated, and more than a little confused, Victor Marshall returned to his room at the Red Herring. Questions abound. No mermaids? No wrecked ships? No Captain Smoggett? Where are Lillian and Brad? And is only one narrate-it-yourself-at-home radio announcer's kit really enough for the household? What the Simhow, Jim Dandy, Cormac McCarthy's going on here, junior detectives? All these questions and more bounce about the skull of Victor Marshall, like echoes in a cavern as he paces back and forth in his hotel room.
So if the Red Herring was a red herring, then what do I do now? I wish Brad and Lillian were here. I'll never solve this case by myself.
Once again, Victor thinks on his missing friends, so much so that he begins to hear their voices in his head.
Talk to me, guys. What am I gonna do?
Calm down. Just think.
The clues are right in front of you.
Why would someone pretend to need help from the chief of police?
Why would someone make you leave Crime City to come investigate a crime by the seaside?
Wait a minute. That's it. Thanks, Brad and Lillian.
We're just voices in your head, Victor. You did it all on your own.
Say, while we're here in his head, why don't we open this giant door labeled Childhood Fears?
No! Get out of there! No! I gotta get back to Crime City and quick. I'll just get my things and... Hey, wait. What's that sound? Is someone there? Just a minute. I'm dressing. Oh, darn it. Where did I put my gum? Or my gun? Never where you need it when there's a creepy sound cue. All right, I'm coming. Captain Smoggett, what are you doing here?
Let us go, you dope.
Touch one hair on my sister's head and I'll destroy you.
Aw, April, that's so sweet.
Shut up.
You shut up.
Everybody shut up, or I start shooting.
Hey, that's my gun. How'd you get that?
Oh, this? Amazing what you can find in a person's room when they leave suddenly in the middle of the night to investigate a strange noise.
I'm glad you're here, Captain. I was just heading to Crime City to arrest you.
Whatever for?
Filing a false police report.
That's it?
Well, it's not the most glamorous charge, but if the shoe fits... Look, I know there haven't been any shipwrecks off of the coast. And I know that you wanted me out of town for a long time, and you sent me looking for my friends. And without me in the city and away from my duties, you could take over the chief of police. Far away from the ocean you hate so much.
Are you just gonna talk to him all day?
Arrest him.
Shoot him.
He has my gun, dummy.
Very observant, Chief Marshal. I concocted the entire story to lure you away from your landlocked offices. I knew you would send your more talented detectives, so I made sure they took a little vacation. And while you frittered away your time here chasing ghosts and mermaids, I would plant the seeds of ill confidence within the police department. Pretty soon, not a single officer would believe that you could be the chief of police, and I would take over.
What have you done with Brad and Lillian?
Oh, them? They were pretty easy prey, being as tired and overworked as they were. You really should have let them take a vacation.
I know I should have. I didn't believe in myself to solve the case, and now they're gone. But now the tables have turned, Captain. I figured out your little scheme, and now I'm gonna take you in.
Stay where you are, or I'll make sardines of the herring family.
Oh, girls, you're awful people, but I love you.
Don't listen to him, Chief Marshal. Waste him.
June, shut up.
Give me the gun, Captain.
Don't you take one more step.
I said give me the gun.
All right, you asked for it. Say goodbye, herrings.
What the?
And scene.
Scene? What does that mean?
Great job, everyone. Great job. Good scene work, herrings. I really believe that you were scared of this prop gun.
Prop gun?
Thank you. It reminded me when we did King Lear and set in Gangland, Chicago. Remember that one?
Oh, I loved that production.
It's really great.
You three really inspire me. I can't believe you stayed in character the whole time.
Stayed in character? What do you mean? What's going on?
We're actors.
Actors?
Yeah, we're part of a local improv team. You may have heard of us, the Laugh Around Gang.
Oh, that is a terrible name.
Well, no improv teams have a good name. You just kind of go with it.
Yeah. We were hired to play this whole thing out. The restaurant, the Coast Guard, the singing in the caves, everything.
Everything? None of that was real?
Well, The emotions were real.
You were so good. So convincing.
Really? I doubted myself, but then I just had to say to myself, you got this. Just trust yourself and go for it.
And you did.
Yeah. Congratulations, everyone. We should go get a drink.
Absolutely.
Yes.
First one's on me.
Wait a minute. If you're actors and you were hired, who hired you?
We did.
Lil, kid, you're all right.
Hi, Mr. Marshall. Good to see you.
I'm gonna kill you both.
Calm down, Victor. Actors, you're dismissed. Here's your pay.
And don't blow it all at the bar, you bunch of alkies.
You hired them?
Yeah, a couple of phone calls was all it took.
It was the tapes with the mysterious singing and the counting and the ocean noises. That was the hard part.
Yeah, we hired a sound effect artist and everything. Hey, Melissa, come on out.
Melissa here was behind every sound effect you heard on these tapes.
Hi, everybody. Or should I say,
You know, seeing it done right in front of you kind of takes away some of the mystique.
wow.
Thanks, Melissa. You can go.
I'll go. But I'll go on my own terms.
Holy cow! Did she just...
No, I'm just kidding. Had to fool though, didn't I?
But why?
You know, none of this would have happened if you just let us take a vacation.
That's what this was all about?
Yup.
We deserve some time off.
And we couldn't get it as long as you kept leaning on us.
But I...
Victor, listen. You're a perfectly able policeman. Look, you figured out this case that we made for you.
Captain Smoggett's betrayal was some of my best work.
And you didn't have any help from us at all.
Well, nearly any.
Brad?
Wait a minute. When I heard your voices in my head...
We were, talking to you from the other side of the wall.
What?
Look, Vic, I have a plane to catch, and you weren't figuring it out fast enough. I know we would have gotten there eventually. I just, non-refundable.
Guys, if you wanted a vacation that badly, you should have just said something.
No, if you wanted a vacation this bad...
You should have just said something.
Idiot.
17 different requests for vacation time, Vic.
All right. Your vacation time is approved, and, maybe I'll join you. I think we could all use a good vacation.
But wait, who will run the Crime City Police Department while we're away?
I know a guy. Don't you worry about that.
Is it Whiskey Snuffles?
It's not Whiskey Snuffles.
Because I found him in my apartment, right? I don't trust him.
What if it was Whiskey Snuffles? Would it be so bad?
Well, he has the eyes of a crazy person. He showed them to me. He keeps them in a jar.
Victor, maybe you should stay here after all. I don't know that the city can survive without you.
All right, that's enough. Shut up, the lot of you. Get out of here.
All work and no play makes the Crime City Police Department a stressful workplace. And so, our heroes are off for some hard-earned R&R and SWT BBHD. That's rest and relaxation and swimming with the Bora Bora hula dancers. Yeah! As for me, your humble narrator, with my camel load-bearing research brought to an abrupt and ignominious end, I shall pursue my true vocation, narration. Look for my class and dramatic description at your local learning annex this summer. Only $850 a pop. And then join us next season for another set of exciting adventures in Crime City. Good night.
This episode of Crime City featured Mike Judson as Victor Marshall, Marsala Lukianchuk as Lillian Steele, Kenn Gibb as Brad Bramble, Dan Smith as the narrator, Adam Martignetti as Captain Gabriel Smoggett, Mélanie Dubois as Mrs. Wiggins and Petunia Herring, Hannah Bailey as June Herring, Meg O'Sullivan as April Herring, and Melissa Post as the sound effects artist. Crime City the podcast is produced by Andrew Root and Adam Martignetti. Listen to previous episodes on iTunes, Stitcher, Blueberry, and Soundcloud. To help us find new listeners, rate and review us on iTunes. Special thanks to Ian Osborne, Ryan Kerr, and Sarah Ty. Extra special thanks to our Patreon sponsors, Aisha Barmania and Steve Higgs. If you'd like to sponsor the show and gain access to all kinds of perks and rewards, visit us at patreon.com/CrimeCitySeries. Information about future shows can be found at facebook.com/CrimeCityTheSeries and on Twitter and Instagram @CrimeCitySeries. We'll see you next season, Junior Detectives.